Okay guys, so I'm really pleased with how this has come together. So I got these S hooks. See that hook right there, that S comes down and it holds, and then the trash bag's hanging from the other one. So those S hooks are just super, exactly perfect for what I needed on this to finish up this project. So over on this side, I put that, this is a different rail. Okay, this whatever you want to call this rack. It's a different rack, and I drilled a hole, and I could get the same kind of rack for over here and drill a hole on that side too. But I was just kind of experimenting, but that's definitely strong. This is extremely strong and rigid the way that it is. And I have the support beam close to the wood, which is good because I want it to be strong. And so what I'm going to end up probably doing is I'm probably going to end up taking a cutting tool and cut these off, and then put the erasers on them like you put up, that you had in school, like that you'd put on the back of the pencil, the big thick eraser. So I got some erasers ordered from Amazon, and let's see here. So anyway, we only have the one S hook over here because this over here is holding the other side. Then as far as down the whole length of it goes, what I realized I can do is just have like some little C-clips that come onto the board sideways and encapsulate that white. So I'm looking for some sort of C that's that exact height, depth, whatever you want to call it, to be able to encapsulate that. And if I put a couple C's on there, that'll be great. So then this whole thing can be removed very easily with just a couple screws per side. It's either going to be the bottom screws, or it's going to be these top screws, okay, that go in sideways. But ultimately, that top screw that goes in sideways, I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up getting rid of that block of wood and creating a perfect spacer piece of wood underneath the cross beam down to the shelf. But I didn't know what that perfect length was going to be because I didn't know what I was doing yet. Okay, so right now I've got these clamps on here, so it'll be 2 screws, 1, 2, maybe 3 screws here, and then the 2 screws there. And then as far as the front's concerned, this is actually being held up in the front, the boards are, by a piece of L-beam that goes up into the cubby hole, and it's just sitting up there. Okay, it's not actually bolted in. And then the front of these white things are not actually bolted in either. They're hanging down on those hooks. I'll have to show you what I mean eventually, but like that hook right there, that black, or this hook, one of those hooks, those metal hooks, that's what's holding it. So we've got the Tarzan ropes all over the place now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that just really makes it handy because I've got nerve damage in my left ankle. And so it's hard for me to step over things when I have all this crap in here. And I've got another trash bag hanging up back there. So I really like these big S hooks because these big S hooks make it so that I can just hang things all over the place. So with that said, just kind of checking this out, laying here in the bed, figuring it out. Okay, so you probably wonder, okay, what are all these strings? Well, one of them's just to this yellow bag of stuff that I have up here, so let me get it out of the way. Okay, so we get the yellow bag out of the way. This other string is actually, this is what I'm testing right now while I'm laying in the bed. This other string, what I do with this is, it's so simple. I got this clothesline that's hanging between these 2 points, or between these 2, okay? And so what I do is you can hang this is how you stay warm. Hang on a second. Okay. So it seems weird, right? You got this thing hanging down. But what's interesting is if you have a little bit of heat from one of these floor heaters, which is what I'm testing right now, and you have it go up into this pipe, which I don't have hooked up at the moment. Give me a second. It's not actually cold. It's warm right now, so I don't have this in effect. But anyway, okay. So long story short, you have a pipe go into the blanket, and you hold up the blanket. The heat goes to wherever you have the blanket held up. So you can repeat this process. You can have it down by your feet, have another one of these ropes that goes from side to side that holds up the blanket, and now you stay toasty warm. Okay. So let me show you something here. These then get back up out of the way. I can just hang this. Hang on a second. So see, you can just hang the clothes hangers there on the rack, okay? And there's that string, and it's out of the way. You just hang the clothes hangers there on the rack. They're the perfect size to clip onto that rack, so now they're out of the way. So I had to get all this figured out because the next step is going to be, I'm going to end up putting some big flat screens underneath this, so that I can literally lay in bed and work on my pattern diagrams. And so I'll probably have 3 different monitors, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I might even put one up on the ceiling straight up. Okay. Like, I'm not playing, guys. That once you see the magnitude of what I have, and I just needed to get this thing. That's what I've been doing, is trying to get this van set up so that while I'm playing, if I go on a trip and kite surf or whatever it is, I can, continue to work on my patents. My life's been in turmoil for like, I don't know how to explain it, for like 10 years, between doing like a full-time job and you know, to make ends meet, to make money. And then, you know, if you go on vacation or you travel, you go see your family. It's like I could never take my setup with me so that I could continue to work on my patents. And it's not that I don't have the ideas figured out. It's that you just have to create all the flow charts and get everything organized so that the patent office accepts everything. So this is going to be like the perfect setup where, because normally when I work on my patents, I lay down on my bed. I sit up in a chair for some time, and then I lay down in the bed and work on them, and sit up in a chair, and I alternate between the two of those things. Well, this is going to be perfect. And so right now, this bed is at a tilt. It's like an old person bed, or like at a doctor's, at a hospital or something. It's tilted downward. So my feet are actually standing against this chair, okay? So I don't know. I've just been kind of experimenting with this and taking naps out here once in a while to kind of see what I think about this and if it's going to work. Because I'd like to get this like to where it's like a perfect little mobile home, and I can tow the vet around and just be completely comfortable. So I'm trying to problem solve all kinds of stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it to where I can make the bed tilt somehow, where I could like have like a kind of like a floor jack at the head of the bed, so to speak, and put blocks underneath it and raise it up and tilt it. I'm undecided if it's something that I care about, or if I'm going to set the bed flat, or if I'm going to just keep it at a permanent angle. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Anyhow, just this has been in shambles for a while, because it's like I just wanted to get stuff up off the ground and get it, you know, up out of the way. But this is coming together now. These S-hooks were like the eureka that I was looking for on how to. They were like and I'd had them the whole time. I bought them for something else, and they were just sitting on the shelf. And then it finally dawned on me, aha, they're the perfect, they're real strong, perfect length. And see, since they're holding these beams up from underneath, it's under compression. Whereas if you had these flipped the other way, it would be under tension, and these little white guys, cross beams, would come detached from the main beam if they were under tension instead of under compression. So it's important that you orient the shelf in this direction. This is super strong though over here. Like this is super strong with that beam that comes through there. So another thing you could do is you could put a zip tie around between these two. If that beam was way back, like let's say you back this whole thing up, you could put a zip tie on there, but then you're still going to have something sticking out. So you're still going to have to do the pencil idea, the pencil eraser idea. So we'll see. I'm going to put the pencil erasers on there with it sticking out as far as it is and kind of see where that puts me. But I have a feeling I'm going to end up trimming this one back at least, and probably trimming this one here back as well, because there's really no reason to have it sticking out that I can think of, unless I think of something useful to attach to the end of these that would kind of smooth them off, unless I figure something else out. Oh, the one thing, the other reason why I didn't do it yet is because I'm thinking about putting a clothes hanging rod that goes from, you know, this guy to this guy, this nub. I'm thinking about putting a clothes hanging rod up there, and I thought, well, if I put the clothes hanging rod up there, who knows what I'll end up using these for, if I need to use these for support on the clothes hanging rod. So I didn't want to trim them down, because once I trim them down, I can't put them back to big again. You know what I'm saying? So I've just been leaving it all alone. So anyway, I'm really happy with this thermal thing, this thermal discovery with these clothes hangers. What I'm going to end up doing is, when I redo the bed, I'm going to have it where this vent, instead of it being this one big vent, I'm going to have two small vents that come up out of the side here, and they're just going to come up kind of like beside the mattress. I might even like cut a little notch out of the mattress, so to speak, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. But just have some vents, maybe like those that wide fitting you use like on a vacuum cleaner, like when you go to the car wash with the heavy duty vacuum cleaner, how there's that wide fitting. I might stick that down there. That way I've got a rigid shape that forces the mattress out of the way and comes up and just blows warm air through the little side vent thing. And so have two of those, and have a space heater like this one mounted at the head of the bed. So for those of you who remember, the battery is down here, and then I've got these toolboxes and printer back here. So just making headway. It's just the little things, figuring every little thing out. So, all right, I'll let you guys go. Let's just kind of give it any of you ideas who are doing this van stuff and following along. This is what I'm really happy with this. See ya.